Okay, so welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're just going to keep it nice and short and simple, and just give you a rundown on the ideas we have for the Gemini project SIKGEM and where we're going with it. So the main thing obviously is what is going in here, what is powering this hunk of metal that it is right now. So going in the engine bay of our Gemini is nothing other than a Silvia SR20. So currently this SR20 has a GT3076R bolted onto the side with no play. Brand new, never been run, just been made with a custom manifold to fit a Corolla external gate. This manifold is more than likely not going to fit in here because the Corollas are a little bit wider between the arches. We will see how it goes, but more than likely I'll be needing to make my own manifold and possibly high mount it to give it a bit more clearance. So mating up to our Silvia engine, we have a Silvia 5-speed manual. This will be staying in there until we either seek more power out of what we have. When we do, we'll more than likely be going a built auto. But this SR20, it will be getting a full rebuild kit, forged bottom end, all the go fast bits. As far as I'm aware right now, it has rocker stoppers in it, and that's it. I'll take his word for it, but we'll be having a bit more of a deeper look into that and seeing what's inside. We'll be getting rid of the VCT gear on it and just chucking in some adjustable cams and playing with that, doing a block off. Obviously no fan on that, so we'll be running thermo fans, bigger intercooler, seeing what we can fit, which that is years down the path. Before we get into fitting up the engine or anything like that, we're going to be getting on with the rest of the panel work. So the color this car will be going is the nice candy apple wine red, similar to that rattle can job that's on those arches, but it'll be going candy apple wine red. Powering the engine and the rest of the car will be a Nexus V5 VCU that will be completely wiring in ourselves, which will probably take weeks because I'll get sick of it. We'll be running the Haltech IC7 dash with that. And more than likely this car will be tubbed. We'll drive it around pretty much complete. When the panel work's done, the engine's in, make it fit. You gotta modify the sump and all that. A lot of fab work goes into it. We'll get it to fit nicely. We'll see how it drives. I don't really have a diff in mind yet, but we could always just chop down a Hilux diff, S13's diff, kind of give it a bit of poke, a nice stance. They're just a bit harder to come by. Same with the R31 diffs. I think I've seen some of them put in, but on the diff right now, I'm not 100% sure on what I want to go, and same with the suspension, so we'll be leaving it stockish for a bit, seeing how it drives, seeing where it just isn't going to work, and then it'll more than likely be coming back in. It'll be getting tubbed. We'll wait till then to make the decision on we're going to 4-link it and whether we're going to go for obviously to fit drag radials or to fit slicks. I think right now with the driving style I want to do with it, with the stance I want to keep and how I just want it to stay, it'll more than likely probably be going semi-slick, so it has a bit of squat to it. Other than that, in the boot of the car will be the battery relocation to the back. It'll be getting a surge tank, a fuel cell, and more than likely down the line will be set up to run NOS, so that'll be sat there in the back as well. But yeah, so that is pretty much where we're going with the Gemini, what we want to see out of it, and pretty much how, for right now, how it's going to turn out. Obviously not in that order, but that is what we're setting for right now. Obviously down the line we'll see stuff that will work and won't work. We'll make stuff change. But yeah, as of right now, it's SR20 in, made it up with the Silvia box. We're going to see what diff we can get into work. More than likely will be a chopped Hilux diff for now, because we have a spare one out the front of the house. So we'll cut that down, get some axles to suit, chuck that in, keep the suspension stock, drive it for a bit, get a feel for the car, get a feel for what's working, what's not, and then it'll be coming back in the shed for a bit, and it'll be getting a big suspension overhaul. So I'm definitely not in any rush to do this car. The panel work itself is going to take me months. I don't really want to go to work every day and work on cars and then come home and spend the whole weekend working on cars, so I've slowed down a bit of the footage we're getting on this, so the Gemini will be very periodically on the channel whenever I have the energy to work on my own car. Pretty much I'll be lots of friends' cars on the channel, like the previous video with the power steering box on the 80 series and the alternator. I will be doing a more in-depth power steering box rebuild on a Hilux Surf box in the coming weeks to months. Not sure when I'll get around to do that. And I will also be Raptor coating a bull bar, showing the prep work and how I Raptor coat a steel bull bar. So should be very straightforward. I've got a Raptor kit and I've done all my own bar work on the My Cruiser. So just going to weld up a couple of braces on the surf bar, Raptor coat that. And at some point as well, I will have to get in and finish the sliders on my 80 series Cruiser. They have the scrub bars and sliders bent up. I just need to make some chassis mounts for it, and just the little piece that goes from the chassis to the slider. I've had to adjust it from a car that was a 2-inch body lift, so it fits a little bit wrong, so I've cut the mounts off and just have to refabricate the mounts. But yeah, that's all stuff that will be coming the next couple of weeks to months. Not sure what order, not sure when I'll get in and do it. But yeah, just a quick recap for Project SIKGEM. It will be the turbo 2-litre SR20 with a GT 3076R. Fully forged, fully rebuilt, hoping to get on its low boost run and tune, aiming for around 350 to 400 horsepower. And then we will go from there, see what blows, what doesn't. Obviously, when we get a bit more in depth with the engine in the coming probably year or so, I'll be doing a full engine rebuild video and just going through all the internals that I've chosen for this engine and pretty much why. But that is all I have for you today, guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to see what's to come with Project SIKGEM. And as anyways, stay tuned for next video. Please like, subscribe and comment, and peace out.